Hi, I'm Nancy O'Neill and welcome to Suncoast FYI. Today we learn about a beautiful orchid show kicking off the new year. Plus we celebrate the 12 days after Christmas with Sailor Circus Academy, and we learn tips for staying healthy over the holidays. The Sarasota Orchid Society celebrates the many varieties of orchids year-round. They are kicking off the new year with the Orchids in Paradise show, and here with more is President Marta Hudson and Marketing Director Susan Felber. Ladies, you have such a fun job, I think, right? I mean,
Sure.
Look at these beautiful
sure
plants and what you're surrounded with. So, the Orchid Society, Orchids in Paradise. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about that?
So the Orchid Society is an organization, 63 years member, and our 63rd
here in Sarasota?
Here in Sarasota.
Wow.
Local people come together to discuss and grow their orchids, how to grow orchids, find interesting ones. We brought some interesting ones and to present them to each other and just enjoy the flowers. They're just, they're gorgeous flowering plants. The show itself is where vendors and the American Orchid Society and other organizations in the area come together to set up displays, have a competition, sell orchids, and teach about them. So.
Yes, and we'll get more into that because
Yes.
I need some help with that. So when is the show actually taking place this year?
Well, it's January 4th and 5th at the Municipal Auditorium.
Right on Tamiami Trail.
Tamiami Trail, right.
That's,
It's 801 North Tamiami Trail.
Okay, what are the hours of the show?
On Saturday, 9 to 5, and on Sunday, from 10 to 5.
Okay, is there an admission fee?
There is $5 per person.
But there's a lot to learn and it's worth it. So.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just a second here, what type of orchids did you bring with you today?
Well, let's see. The one in the middle here,
Yeah.
that's a lady slipper orchid.
Ladies,
Ladies
well,
Okay.
they're
And
Perilo.
it's a sequential grower. One of the little blooms fell off, I have to be honest, for anybody who watches our orchids.
Oh, okay.
But it has more coming. And then we have, this is a type of Cattleya,
Okay.
and the one over there is
A yellowbird.
Yellowbird,
Yellowbird, okay.
Brassivola, and the other one is a Brassivola also.
Okay.
And
So-
hopefully that will be ready for the show because it has a lot of inflorescence about to bloom.
Wonderful.
So we hope
Now,
to be ready for the show.
being that we're actually experiencing a cold spell here, can orchids live both indoor and outdoor?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Okay.
So the one here in the front, the lady slipper actually lives on my kitchen.
Oh, okay.
The other ones came from outside.
Okay. So
So-
our
They're
viewers will learn
different.
all about this
Yes.
at the show.
Exactly.
Let's get to your vendors. What kind of vendors are you going to have there, Marta?
Well, we're going to have 11 orchid vendors. 3 of them, they have local nurseries, and they are Plantiola Orchidea, Florida Suncoast Orchids, and Palmer Orchids. Other vendors will be from Apopka, Mayaca, and other areas.
And having different types of how to
They will
grow
have
them
different types of orchids. Many of them hybridize the orchids. So they take one orchid with another one and they come up with all these different things.
Wonderful.
So there's always a variety. So whatever we had last year, we're not going to have this year.
Excellent.
So another group of people that are coming are artists. They're going to be vendors. And some use watercolor, some are ceramic artists and pottery. We also have the Herald Tribune as one of our sponsors, and they will have a table there.
Wonderful.
As well with the cruise line, because sometimes maybe there will be an orchid expedition that we can plan.
Oh, okay. So I'm sure there's a lot, and I would say get there early so that you can take advantage of all of these vendors. let's get to where I have questions immediately. I have problems with my orchids. How do you take care of them?
Depends on the type of orchid you're talking
And,
about.
well, let's-
so that's one
yeah,
thing.
okay.
I mean, one of the things that's nice about buying your orchids at a venue like this is that you talk to the grower, and the grower
Right.
can give you tips. The American Orchid Society, which sponsors us, has growing tips on their website, and we actually have a little culture booklet that we hand out with
Okay.
with our.
All right. Are there any?
Admission.
Are there
Yes.
any like just generic tips, like we had talked about the ice cube
Okay.
watering technique?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
that's a myth.
Okay.
And the veteran growers get very upset when you suggest the ice cubes.
That's fine. So what is
But-
the
Well, think
generic
about-
watering?
well, think about this. How do they grow in nature? Does nature drops an ice cube
No.
on them to water them?
No.
So you have to treat orchids just the way they normally grow. Create a habitat that is acceptable for them so they will grow better. So if you have them outside and the temperature drops to what they're not used to it,
Right.
you need to bring them inside or you need to cover them
Yes.
to protect them.
Okay.
Some orchids do grow inside, and those would be like the phalaenopsis that you
Right.
find at the box stores. But these type of orchids are something that you just don't find everywhere.
Okay.
And you need to learn a little
All
more
right.
about.
Yeah.
So that's why we
Yes.
need to come to the show.
Exactly.
So let's recap. Where is the show taking place and when?
Is at the Municipal Auditorium
Okay.
at 801 North Tamiami Trail.
Yeah. January 4th and 5th.
January 4th and 5th.
Okay.
Saturday from 9 to 5 and Sunday from 10 to 5.
Okay, and our viewers can go to your website to
Yes.
find out more
Yes.
information.
Yes,
And what
they
is that?
Go ahead.
www.sarasota.orchidsociety.org.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you both for being here, and look forward to
Thank you
seeing
for
you at the
having
show
us.
and
Thank
learning
you for
more.
having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love to see everybody there.
Thank you. Just ahead on Suncoast FYI, we hear from the Sailor Circus Academy on their upcoming holiday performances.